Hi everyone, it's John. What up? Welcome back to another video and happy Wheel of Time day. We are less than 2 days away from the drop of Season 3 of the Wheel of Time, and I'm excited. I know you folks are excited because you're watching my videos about this, so it's going to happen in a couple of days, and I can't wait for it. So today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We'll talk about the contest first that I'm going to run for my 25,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. We're going to talk about a new poster that they dropped this morning of Matt Cawthon, some social media posts from the cast. The runtime of every single episode was dropped by Game Rant, and we're also going to talk about a reel that was put out there by some of the Wheel of Time cast with their hot takes on some of their characters. It's book-related stuff, and it's pretty fun, so we're going to talk about all that. So, if you love the Wheel of Time, if you're excited about the third season, or if you just want to keep up in the news, consider making us your home for Wheel of Time news. Subscribe to the channel, and again, like I said, we're about 60 subscribers away from my goal of 25,000, so we're doing the contest, folks. It's starting tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, if those of you who haven't watched the last couple of videos didn't know, I am dropping a full Season 3 spoiler-free review. So I won't ruin anything for the season, but the spoiler-free reviews, the embargo for them is up tomorrow. So I'll be able to drop my full season review tomorrow and give you my thoughts in a very general sense on how they did and what I liked. No spoilers though. And during that video, if you are a subscriber and you do comment on it, you're entered automatically into the contest. That's how it's going to work. The following day, on March 13th, when I put out my spoiler/spoiler-free review of episode 1, in that video, I will announce the winners of that contest. So you'll have about 24 hours to watch that video and comment on it in order to be able to enter in this contest. It's a short time frame, but I suspect that with all the stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks, if I put it too long, there'd be way too many comments to sift through. So we're going to leave it on that one video tomorrow. It'll probably be a fairly well-watched video because it's a spoiler-free review of the entire season, and then we'll announce the winners the next day. So look forward to that. I know I do, and I want to give away some things here because I love giving away What Up swag. What are you going to win? Well, you can win some hoodies, some t-shirts, some coffee mugs, some toques, which are like winter hats for everybody who doesn't live in Canada. We'll give away some What Up stuff, and we'll give it away to a few different people and announce it all the next day. So we're going to start here this morning with the Wheel of Time poster they dropped this morning with Matt Cawthon. Now, before I jump too far into this video, I do want to give our spoiler warning. Now, spoiler warnings for the entire video are going to be pretty light, but because we're going to talk about some specific things with the books surrounding this poster and then surrounding the hot takes, I do want to give a book spoiler warning up to book 5, The Fires of Heaven, because we're going to ruin some things that might be important to people who haven't read the books. So if you haven't read The Eye of the World through The Fires of Heaven, be forewarned. There's going to be minor plot points, minor bits about the characters, but no overarching stuff. It's not going to ruin huge things for the books, but there's going to be minor spoilers up to The Fires of Heaven. You've been warned. All right, so this poster dropped this morning of Donald Finn as Matt Cawthon, and I love it. I super love it. He is Matt Cawthon, as far as I'm concerned right now. He's synonymous with Matt Cawthon, just like Rosamund Pike is synonymous with Moiraine, at least in my eyes. And this looks like he's in a dusty storeroom in a basement somewhere. A lot of it does look like the tower, in the bowels of the tower, and he is kind of blurred a bit. And when we've seen this before, it was with the Heroes of the Horn at the end of Season 2. So in Season 2, Episode 8, the Heroes of the Horn kind of blurred like this a bit when they're moving around. And we know that Matt Cawthon blew the horn at the end of the second season, so this is probably a nod to the fact that he's the horn sounder. I, for one, love that they did this. And I like that they put him in sort of the catacombs of what appears to be the tower. Now, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Could be from different spots too, but I think this looks like the tower to me. What's in the tower? Well, we've seen the red twisted stone door frame in all of the promotional materials so far, so I would like to think that this has something to do with that, but we have no idea. Not really. We will get into that after all the episodes air, I'm sure. Once everyone knows, and I know exactly what's going on with that. But it's one of those things. It was a nice Easter egg, and I really like seeing it, but I'm not sure if it has anything to do with this. But really cool nonetheless, this poster. Super neat. Now we're going to move on to this. This was posted on Instagram by Sharon Gillam. This is Claire Dunn. She plays Galena in the Wheel of Time third season, and it's just a close-up of her costume. Now, Sharon Gillam is absolutely amazing for interacting with the fans and just having such a good time with the Wheel of Time fandom. And she always posts all kinds of really neat stuff about her costumes and things that she helped create or her team created for the show. And this was what she posted with it. It was Claire as Galena in the Wheel of Time Season 3. One of the many costumes we made for the action-packed cold open. You're going to love it. We've already seen it. We did love it. Thank you, Sharon. Her costume is one of the many made using recycled Indian textiles by the illustrious, and then she lists a couple of people that helped out with the costume design, and I love this. I mean, these costumes are gorgeous, and one of the things I've said about the Wheel of Time since season 1 is the costume design, the sets, and the locations are gorgeous. The show itself is gorgeous. It's very appealing to the eye, and Sharon is continuing that tradition in season 3. Really, really super cool. All right, now we're getting on to this. This is from Game Rant, and I've left a link to the article down below in the description box if you folks want to read it, but this is realistically the biggest thing that I want to talk about. It's the run times for every single episode of season 3. And this is cool, folks, because in season 1 we had run times of up to about an hour, and in season 2 about the same. Some were a little less than an hour, some were a little bit more. But now with season 3, we are seeing some that are substantially more. So episode 1, 69 minutes, that's a big win. That's almost an extra 10 minutes than we would normally see for an episode of The Wheel of Time. And then you have 4 and 5 clocking in at 66, and then 6 and 8 at 68 minutes. We've been saying this for a long time. 8 episodes is not enough for the show. 60 minutes is not enough for each episode. And there is a mindset right now, especially within the streaming community, among the executives and people that run these places, that hold all the keys to these shows, that less episodes, less time is better, because someone completes it is better than having more. I get it. I totally get that we've become a money-focused and a product-focused society, but I do long for the days of 34, 36 episode seasons. I mean, if Lost could do it, whole different concept here, I guess, because you're talking way less budget, way less effects, different things like that. But I grew up in the heyday of massive seasons, and the seasons were every year. That's why they were called seasons of TV, because they came out every season. I do miss having that many episodes. It's nice to see that they did listen a bit after all the complaints from season 1 and season 2 that the runtimes were too low, and they upped them just a smidge. Now, we're also not seeing the intro to the Wheel of Time anymore like we did see in season 1, which is not great in my opinion, because it was a really beautiful intro and I really loved it, and it was becoming synonymous with the show, kind of like the Game of Thrones opening did. However, it's one of those things. Do we cut that so we can have an extra couple minutes of the show? I would prefer that, and it appears that we're getting more than a couple of extra minutes on all of these episodes, and I can't wait until they all drop and we get to see them all together and just talk about every little bit of them. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about here from social media before we get into the hot takes from the cast is this. How neat is this? This is Yoshi Stradowski. He posted this to Instagram. And he used his own photo, and he kind of photoshopped it in over the Wheel of Time poster behind him. Can you imagine how cool that would be to walk up in front of a giant billboard showcasing you? That's wild to me. But yeah, the cast, the crew have been posting a ton of stuff on social media. So it's the production team, the showrunner, and they're really engaging with the fans with this stuff. Again, marketing for season 3 has been just phenomenal. I have very little complaints about it. Actually, no complaints about the marketing for season 3. And the cast, crew, production team can actually interact with us this time because there's no strikes. There's no SAG-AFTRA strike. There's no writer strike. They can actually do marketing on their own as well. With all the releases, the cold open, the first episode being released the other day at the Global Fan Event, all the snippets, the Gowan and Galad clip we got the other day, the other clips that they're releasing, all the pictures that are out there right now, absolutely wild what they're doing for marketing for season 3, and I, for one, am super pumped about it. All right, the next thing I want to talk about here is a media clip that got put up on Instagram, and it has the hot takes from a few of the cast members, so we're going to go through that now.
Oh, hey, Rosin. What's your Wheel of Time hot take?
Moraine is totally chill.
The show needs more Tom Marilyn.
I actually don't think that Nynaeve is that accurate.
My hot take? My hot take is that Bella is the creator.
So those hot takes, I said at the beginning, they're book reader hot takes, and they totally are, and I love them so much. Moraine is totally chill. No, Moraine is so not chill. She gets so upset. She hides it very well under that cool, calm serenity of the Aes Sedai. Nynaeve is not angry. Well, that's something Nynaeve would say. Nynaeve would say, I'm not angry. I don't yell, as she yelled at. I think there's actually a couple lines in the books where she said, I'm not yelling, where she was yelling. and Robert Jordan actually wrote as she yelled this or whatever. Super neat. I love the Bella is the creator. So for those of you who may not be aware, that maybe are just show fans that don't read the books, Bella was the sort of a byword within the community, sort of a meme, and before memes were a thing. Bella was seen in the first books. She was one of the horses that left them from Emond's Field. She was a small part of the story at the beginning, and then Egwene wrote her for a fair number, for a fair while, and she pops up here and there. Bella is Rand's horse that he took from his farm that helped him take his father into town. So Bella left the Two Rivers with them, and Bella does pop up within the story here and there, all over the place. And one of the things the fandom kind of said jokingly a long time ago is that Bella is actually the creator, and that kind of stuck as a joke and it became sort of a meme. Like I said before, memes were a thing in the 90s and early 2000s. That's when it started. And I love seeing that Yosha Stradowski said that, because we all know that he's a book fan. He's read the books more than once. He's said that in a couple of different interviews, and this just kind of showcases that, because he's saying something that is kind of funny to the fandom, and sort of an inside joke to those of us who've read the books and been part of the wider fandom and just interact with each other over the years. So again, really neat that they're doing these kind of things, and we do know that a fair number of the cast members have read the books at this point. Or if they haven't read the books, they've watched YouTube videos, they've read the wikis, they've done all kinds of research on the characters and the book series and the fandom. So a lot of them are privy to the inside jokes that we have, which is really, really very neat. I think it's kind of fun anyway. So again, this is the last couple of days before season 3 drops. If you want to be entered into my contest for 25,000 subscribers, tomorrow I'm dropping that spoiler-free review of season 3, the entire season review, spoiler-free. Make sure you're a subscriber, comment on that video, and you're automatically entered in to get some one-up swag. I, for one, I can't wait. Like, we're going to do that, then we're going to have all of the Easter egg videos and the breakdowns and the reviews for every single episode. There's going to be a ton of stuff coming out in the channel in the next little bit, so definitely, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Anyway, thank you so very much for sticking with us here to the very end, folks. Here's to many more.